In this example, we're going to look at a slightly different situation. Let's say we've gone to the grocery store again, but being the environmentally conscious people we are, we brought reusable bags, but we didn't bring enough. But you know what? There were only 2 items that didn't fit, so we ended up just carrying those by hand and not using up a 3rd bag. So we have these 2 loose items plus our grocery bags. And once again, what's happened here is that in this grocery bag, we've got our items: X brand deodorant, Y brand cat food, Z brand people food. And in the other bag, just happens to be the exact same item. So the 2 grocery bags are identical. Now think about when you get these home. Once again, the first thing you would do is dump everything out of the bags, just like we've done here. But then we sort our items, because again, we don't want the deodorant mixed in the refrigerator with the people food. And so what we do is we take our items and we group them and put them in their respective spots, including our loose items. In this case, the cat food that was here, our deodorant, then our cat food, and then our people food. So what we end up with is 3 of the X brand deodorant, 2 of the Y brand cat food, and 5 of the Z brand people food. So now there we did a little bit just like distributed property, but then we also had those loose items. So start thinking about problems more like this. Let's take the same situation but start building it into an equation. 1 bag plus another exactly filled bag plus our 2 loose items. Now we could write that like this. 2, our bag, which again the bag has these items in it, plus our 2 loose items, where the coefficient of 2 says we've got 2 of the same identical bag. But now, again, let's dump out those groceries. Our groceries are these 4 items, but to show that they're still contained within the bag, we're going to switch out the bag with parentheses, because again, parentheses are like the grocery bag in math. 2 of this bag, which I'm using parentheses for, X brand deodorant, Y brand cat food, 2 of the Z brand people food. And we've got 2 bags that are just filled the same way. And then again, our loose items. Now, as we know with distributive property, what we can do is we can take things out of the grocery bags as long as we account for all the items. So in this case, it should look like this. 2 bags, each with 1 of these, 1 of these, and 2 of these, would then, once dumped out, be 2 of the X's, 2 of the Y's, and then 2 times 2 here would be 4 of the Z's. And so this is our part with distributive property. But now what about our loose items? Our loose items didn't get grouped with all this other stuff. Well, let's use the commutative property and move those things around so they are grouped together. Let's move our deodorant over here with the 2X, and let's move our 4Z over here with the other Z that was loose. And so now if I put those like terms together, I've got 3X, 2Y, and 5Z. And this becomes the equation or expression that describes our original situation. And if we were to take this and go back to our original slide, we would see that it matches up. 3x plus 2y is 5z. And so this is how we simplify algebraic expressions when we've got both things in bags and out. The process is still the same. Think about what you would do with groceries in terms of taking them out of the bag, about grouping like items together, and then organizing them into separate piles. And it's the same exact process we want to do with simplifying algebraic expressions.